The story of underwater construction teams starts in the tumultuous era of World War II, a pivotal moment when underwater construction became key to naval strategy. This period marked a significant shift towards the utilization of innovative technologies and techniques beneath the waves, from deploying critical underwater defenses to laying the groundwork for modern amphibious operations.
Every time we put someone underwater, we're putting them into an inhospitable environment where your life depends on your equipment and the people that are involved in the operation. So as a diver, you need to trust everybody that's on the dive side that they will do their job because your life literally depends on it. The UCTs are very interoperable, not only with other Navy forces, but other US forces and foreign militaries as well. Both UCTs, East Coast and West Coast, regularly participate in exercises with Navy partners, joint forces, and foreign militaries, whether it's mixed dive sides, or some kind of joint project that you're doing with partners and allies, or a combined technology demonstration.
Beneath the surface, where the pressure of the ocean tests the limits of human engineering, tools and technology are transformed to meet the extraordinary demands of the deep. Adapted for underwater use, these instruments are encased in pressure-resistant materials and designed with precision to operate in the absence of air and light. Innovations in robotics and remote-operated vehicles extend the reach of human hands, allowing for precise operations in environments that were once deemed inaccessible. Through ingenuity and technology, these tools become the lifeline of underwater construction, enabling the Navy to build, repair, and maintain structures in the world's most challenging environments, ensuring operational readiness and security in the depths below.
The one thing we've done well over our 50-year history is having great underwater construction divers, right? People who can get in the job, do the job, with the tools they have and perform to the level they need. One thing that we've been trying to increase and provide them greater capacity to doing is really that on-scene engineer piece. So that way, if they're in a location where they don't have significant reach-back support, they can make those on-scene decisions. We've done that by training our officers in charge through some of the American Society of Civil Engineer port design courses, providing them additional tools that the Army Corps of Engineers has developed for port assessments and design. And that way, when they're on scene, they can make the best decision of what needs to be repaired quickly to provide the fleet just enough, just in time to increase their maneuver capability.
Typical day, I mean, there's really no typical day. It all depends on where you are in your training cycle or on deployment. On deployment, the day-to-day depends on the job. So you could either be setting up the chamber, doing diving operations, or tearing everything down to move to the next location. During home port, we have major exercises that we take classes and prepare for, such as demo exercises, divers training, and field training exercises. So everything builds, all the classes build, all the training build, and the culmination of those events. And then ultimately, those events lead to a successful deployment. Main safety concerns, I mean, we go out the door to remote locations, and plus we dive in warm tropical waters. You have marine wildlife hazards. You also have, diving in general is dangerous, decompression sickness, a bunch of different diving disorders, and trauma with the heavy tools we use. Plus being in a remote location really amplifies that danger, because if something happens, the response time in certain locations is a couple days. So we have to, plan for the worst, so manage it within our team, and then get the gears rolling as soon as possible if something were to happen.
The community and the culture at the UCTs is phenomenal. You know, it starts with the fact I think the majority of the command has gone through a common crucible, right? So dive school. And so you know when folks are walking through the door, there's a certain level of expectation. So it kind of builds off that. And the fact that the UCTs are a closed loop community, it creates this tight-knit family environment at the teams. You know, whether someone's coming from a ship or an NMCB or an aircraft squadron or a shore command, you know, very quickly you pick up on the culture of the UCT and what it's all about.
The key to the success of the underwater construction teams is trust. Because a lot of times you can't see what's going on underwater for people down there. Sometimes you can't even see your dive buddy. But the trust that you've built over rigorous training, you know if something goes wrong that they have your back, they're there for you.
I love the community within my team. I mean, we go out the door with a small detachment and you do a whole year of workup plus a 6-month deployment, they become family. So going out the door, it's pretty cool to have your family with you. And I mean, you get to know everybody's, you know, quirks and what sets them off or, you know, when they're off. So it's pretty cool to have that small, tight-knit bond with your detachment mates, if you want to call it.
When a job's required to be done and we're the only guys out there and it's just us, being able to have trust in the guys that are out there with you is probably the best mental reassurance for sure, as well as trust in the fact that you've been trained for what you're about to do and they wouldn't ask you to do anything that they weren't confident you could accomplish.
As we commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Seabees divers, marking half a century of exceptional dedication and bravery since their establishment by the Chief of Naval Operations on February 15, 1974, we reflect on the history of underwater construction. Today, as we pay tribute to the 50-year milestone, the enduring legacy of the Seabees divers stands as a beacon of human perseverance and ingenuity beneath the ocean's surface.